In the news for tonight, Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi warns of a humanitarian catastrophe and rejects forced displacement of Palestinians. Jordan is to present its arguments before the International Court of Justice in The Hague on April the 30th. The UN says 36 Israeli airstrikes killed only women and children in recent attacks in Gaza. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi called for urgent international action to stop the war on Gaza during a meeting of the Arab Islamic Ministerial Committee held in Antalya in Turkey. Al-Safadi called for an immediate and lasting ceasefire and for the implementation of the prisoner exchange agreement mediated by Egypt, Qatar, and the U.S. He reaffirmed Jordan's rejection of any attempts to displace Palestinians and warned of catastrophic humanitarian consequences caused by the continued blockade of aid. Al-Safadi later joined a separate meeting with representatives from Spain, Slovenia, Norway, the EU, Russia, China, the UK, and France as part of ongoing diplomatic efforts to coordinate international pressure to end the war on Gaza and push for a ceasefire. The International Court of Justice will begin public hearings on April the 28th to examine Israel's obligations under international law in the occupied Palestinian territories. According to the court, 44 states and 4 international organizations will participate in the oral proceedings, which will be held in The Hague, while Jordan is scheduled to present its legal arguments on Wednesday, April the 30th. The hearings followed a request by the UN General Assembly for an advisory opinion on Israel's conduct toward the UN and other entities operating in the occupied Palestinian territories. The Ministry of Health, in cooperation with the Royal Medical Services, has launched a national report on hemophilia in Jordan. Speaking at the Jordan Health Forum, Health Minister Firas Hawari stressed the need for accurate data to guide healthcare planning and resource allocation. He said hemophilia possess economic and administrative challenges and called for advanced tools and data to improve patient care. The minister noted that about 200 patients are currently receiving treatment at an annual cost of up to 50,000 Jordanian dinars per case. The report draws on data from the National Hakim system and aims to enhance coordination with international partners and donors. An International Monetary Fund mission has begun the third review of Jordan's economic reform program under the Extended Fund Facility. Talks will begin tomorrow with key ministries, including finance, social development, trade, and environment, along with senior officials of the Central Bank of Jordan. The IMF said Jordan has shown resilience, maintaining overall economic stability. It projects Jordan's economy will grow by 2.5% in 2025. Medical sources in Gaza stated that 21 Palestinians were killed and 64 injured in Israeli airstrikes over the past 24 hours. Since the Israeli offensive resumed on March the 18th, more than 1,540 civilians have been killed and nearly 4,000 wounded. Israeli forces have also issued new evacuation orders for residents in Khan Yunis, demanding they leave the area immediately. Meanwhile, UN investigators reported that 36 recent Israeli strikes killed only women and children, describing the findings as deeply shocking. Senior Hamas leaders headed to Cairo today to meet with Egyptian mediators for talks on potential ceasefire in Gaza. A spokesperson for the group said they hope to achieve real progress in ending Israeli attacks and secure a full withdrawal of occupation forces. He noted that Hamas has not received any new ceasefire proposal, despite Israeli media reports claiming that draft agreements have been exchanged between Israel and Egypt. The United States and Iran have begun indirect talks in Oman over Tehran's nuclear program. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said his country is seeking a fair and dignified agreement with the United States. Araghchi stated a path forward is possible if Washington adopts a similar approach. He added that the initial discussions would help clarify key issues and determine whether both sides are serious about moving toward a broader deal. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching.